Hi everyone, it's Marina from Say Something Crafty. I'm here to do a share with you. These are, I learned how to, I have a whole bunch of stuff. So actually, I have these bracelets that I made, and these are boho bracelets. And I made boho bracelets before, but I haven't made them for a while, so I made some more. And I made them because I had some, hold on, I'm going to show you. I think it's in here, yeah. I had these bangle bracelets that I wasn't wearing because they were like they're a little bit too big. I didn't like that because if I'm doing something, they just felt like they're gonna fall right off. Well, they're really pretty and I like them. It's just they were dark though. Like they're a dark silver. I don't know if you can see that, but they're kind of a dark silver. I didn't like that, so that didn't go with a lot of stuff that I wore or my mood. So I kind of just used the bracelet as my template for my boho bracelets. So these are actually bracelets underneath. I just wrapped around some fabric and stuff. So so that's what I did with these ones. So I added some charms. There's some beads. I really like how these turned out. And I forgot who I learned from originally how I did these because I did do these a long time ago, and I have a video. I'm gonna have to make a new one if you guys want a video. So these are my new ones. This one has like a little owl charm and bells, and I figured I'd probably give these ones away. And then I went ahead and, oh, okay, I know who I learned from these. These ones I learned how to make from Secret Soto. And I will have her video, or the video I originally watched, linked below. She has quite a few for these actually. So I made some boho beads. And this is actually another way I use the stuff in my junk box, which I'll show you the bag of fabric I have. I've showed you before, but it got a little bit smaller. A little bit. So these are super cute. And I made some, I like this one right here. Super pretty. And then I even made a couple Halloween themed or holiday themed-ish. Fall themed. I guess it'd be more like that. And then this one is my Christmas one. That one's going to Irene. So there's this one. Really like that. They're really pretty and they're fun to make. And the only thing I didn't like was, well, I don't have any straws, which is how she usually makes hers. So I'm gonna order some tubing, which I'm gonna test out and see how that works. Isn't that pretty? It looks like a little vintage bead. It's so pretty. That one. And then, okay, I'll do a little close up of these two because I like these two as well. And then there's some stone beads on there and some little pearls. And I did these a little bit different because I flattened these. So I literally just wrapped wire around, but I'm going to show you guys how I flatten them because I'm going to have, today I'm doing a tutorial for my tassels because I posted them on Instagram and I got a couple messages and requests for these. So this is one I use my scraps with. And I did add some fibers to the tassels and some extra stuff that I had, but for the most part, a lot of it came out of my junk box. And I'm gonna show you how I do this right here, this little flat part. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I really like doing the flattening because you know, less stabby, less scratchy when you're doing stuff. So there's some really pretty rickrack on here. There's some twine. There's vintage ribbon that I've cut. It's like really soft ribbon. I really like it. And some sari ribbon, some seam binding, some regular ribbon. Really pretty. And then I have a couple of these, and I'm going to be gifting a couple of these. What I have left I will be selling on my Etsy. So if you guys would like an announcement for when the beads will be on Etsy, let me know, because I've had a couple people, not a couple, I've had a few people ask me if I'm selling my beads. Like, I'm gonna have to make more. So this tassel, I actually went ahead and attached a bead to. So you guys can see what that looks like. It's really pretty. And then I like to do different themes of stuff. I don't know. Because I don't always do the same theme for when I'm doing crafts. Sometimes I'm doing vintage. Sometimes I'm doing like a boho theme. Sometimes I want it to look all shabby chic, which is perfect for this. This one's so pretty. And that one's going away too. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a show and tell, but I have to grab something really quick because I thought I grabbed everything, but I did not. So, 1 second. Okay, so you're gonna need beads, bead caps. I have this hammer or metal thing, which you'll see what that's for in a minute. Then I have my scraps. Well, this is my sari. This is my sari and my seam binding. This one is my scraps. Right there. That's mostly, this is the stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby, their craft bin. So, what am I forgetting? Oh, here it is. Alright, so this is the bag that I use. This is my junk bag when I'm doing crafts, and I have extra stuff left over. I put it in this bag. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I just wanted you guys to get an idea of where all this extra stuff is that I'm going to be grabbing. So you'll know where it's coming from. And just to give you guys some ideas too, I also like to use twine, because twine looks really cool when you're doing tassels. And I'm going to need to grab, this is a jump ring opener, and it is just in case I need it. So I kind of just have it on my finger. I just kind of wear it whenever I'm working with beads and stuff. And there we go. I think I'm good. Oh yeah, scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna move this stuff aside right now. And I forgot my wire. Here we go. And I need to get some more wire because I've been using it. And with my other ones, I'm going to show you my favorite wire. This is copper wire, and I really, for the life of me, cannot remember where I got it. I can't remember if it was Michael's or Walmart. But this is my favorite because it is so easy and flexible to work with. Like, I can just wrap it around the beads with no struggle. And it looks a lot better too when I put the tips on it, when I smack down the ends. So, do I need beads right now? No. Move these over here. Okay. So you guys can use strips from your clothes. You can use extra strips from anything you have. I'm going to go ahead, and there's already a strip hanging off of this piece right here. Cut that off. And for me, you can measure them. I know some people measure, and I have a cutting mat here, so I could measure, but I'm not going to. I just like to have quite a few long strips, and kind of just go from there. And I like thicker strips, thin strips. This one's completely uneven. Now, get my fabric scissors. Okay. So, and making these tassels is really fun. It can get quite addictive. I was gonna do a speed video because I didn't want it to take too long, and I don't want to be out of frame. Like, I really want you guys to see, like, everything, so. So if you want to, this is perfect time to get some of your own fabrics and stuff out, and you can craft along with me. This would be perfect time. One of my slower videos. And this one I'm actually going to add some of, and I'm going to cut one of these out. Super pretty, I love these. Okay, there we go. So I've actually had a hard time like making journals. Usually I can get some journals done, like I can get quite a few journals done in just a few days, and I haven't been able to because I lost my grandma. So I've been not really able to craft like I usually do, which is understandable, but I still wanted to, you know, I still feel like I need to be doing something. So this is what I ended up doing, and it actually helps to not to have something to do. So I probably won't be I don't know if I'm gonna be having a lot of journal videos. I do have a journal that I did complete because I was trying something new, but I don't know how many I'll be having in the next few days because I have to go to my grandma's funeral this weekend. And then there's this one. So these are all like extra cut-off fabrics that Hobby Lobby had. And I'm going to show you how I do mine. Secret Soto has her way of doing things, and it's super cute. Everything turns out super cute. But I was also looking for a way to make the beads easier. So I'm going to see how that tubing works out when it gets here, and if it works out well, I will let you guys know. Check this out. It's double-sided. Isn't that gorgeous? And I like this extra. I might cut a little bit off, but for the most part, I like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some seam binding or some saris, because I usually try to add some colors that pop a little bit, you know. This is actual vintage seam binding that I distressed. And when I cut my fabrics or my seam bindings, I like to cut them at an angle, and I might not necessarily keep them this long, but if I decide to keep it this long, I like to cut it at an angle. I also have this, which I got a couple years ago on Etsy. It's Artful Panache, and if I can find her, if she's still selling this, I will link it below. She has an Etsy shop, and she has just a collection of options where you just buy a ball of this stuff, or you can buy it, you know, with assorted fibers, because I got obsessed with fibers a little while ago. Okay, so I'm going to add some. I'm thinking, what color do I want to use? Yeah, I'm going to use purple. And then some more seam binding, I think. Now I have some seam binding picked out that I wanted to use, and I put it on top, and now I cannot find it. Okay. This is some hand-dyed seam binding, and I think I want some lace in here. Like, you can keep layering. Just keep layering if you don't like, if you want there to be more, if you feel like you're not quite done yet. And I think I need some lace, so I'm going to look in my bag here, because my other lace has its own drawer, and there's so much of it in there. Ooh, I found some strips of linen, my linen stuff. These are my leftover linen strips from when I made my journals. Oh, I found some more of that rickrack that I like. That's going in too. This one's going to be a chunky tassel, you guys. I still haven't found any lace. Okay, here we go. I got some. Okay. So, like I said, you guys could use your old clothes, old shirts, old blankets, anything you want to use. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some wire, and I think I'm going to use this one right here. And I have my tools here, but this is my favorite. This is Klein tools, and it's got all these little features here. I think these are for tubes. These are for cutting tubes, and it's got the different sizes. It's got an area where I can hold it up here. This is, I don't know, those are like, oh, for cutting copper. So like if I were to put it in these little holes and squeeze it, it would cut it. And then I can also just cut it right here. So there's like multi-tool here. It's amazing. Especially when I have really hard wire or metal or something, because I cut a lot of metal. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and kind of find a center, a little bit of a center, and just scoop it under there. And if your metal isn't like super hard to work with, you should be able to easily twist it. But I'm going to pinch this together now. So I'm going to pull it down and pinch as much as I can. I want it to be pretty tight. And then I'm just going to twist it like on a bag of bread. I'm just going to twist it. And you can use your wires for this if you want to. And I'm kind of just push this back down. I don't want to twist it all the way up because I'm going to be using this wire. So I'm going to do that, and this is the part where I need my tools so I can pinch it down. Okay. So now it looks like this. You have all your pretty stuff showing. You can adjust it later to how you want it. So I'm going to open up my bead cap area. Hold on a second. Make sure I open this right. I need a new one of these. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I have these beads here, and I got all of my bead caps from, some of them, I think a couple of them I got from Wanka, but the rest of them that I got are from Butterbead Scraps. So these are the type of bead caps that I'm going to be using for this project. And if you have longer ones, that's great. If you have like, this one's really pretty, but I made my tassel a little big, so that's not going to work. I also have these, which I haven't used yet, but I'm not going to use them in this video. I'm just going to show you how I did my other ones. Now I'm going to pick a color, and I think I like this one right here. I like this one. Just move this aside. And when you have these type of bead caps, they should just be able to pull open. Don't open it all the way. I mean, you can open it all the way if you need to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to open a little bit, and I kind of just cup it around my fabrics and the top of the wire. Make sure you get your wire inside. You want your wire inside that thing. So if you can squish some of your fabrics inside of the bead cap, go ahead, but if you can't, don't worry about it. It still looks good. Just pull it down as much as you can. And this is the fun part, one of the fun parts I like, because now I can just start adding my beads. So I kind of just pinched it closed. I think this is the biggest one I've made so far. When you make a smaller one, you can get your fabric in there, but I have a lot of furniture fabrics on here. So I'm going to add some beads now. And let's see, I'm going to take this small wood one. And you can also use other bead caps on here if you want to. And I usually like to find something like larger or pretty, like for a bead. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the video, but I am going to come back here and finish showing you the rest. I went ahead and made another tutorial, or not another tutorial, sorry. I made another video for the tassels, so you guys can see what I was doing. I went ahead and made a Christmas one because I like to do themes. So those are some, I found some Christmas scraps in the box, and so I cut some of those up, and I'm just gonna pick up where I left off. So but before I do, I wanted to show you guys how the other one turned out. It's super pretty, and I got the wire wrapped around how I wanted. I trimmed up my ends how I wanted, and I love how it turned out. So for this one, I'm just going to add the beads back on and show you how I get my ends of my wire flattened. So as I said, I do have some beads here that I'm going to go ahead and add on. I've decided to use some gold wire and a gold bead cap. I'm going to add on some silver beads, some small silver beads, and then a couple of bead caps and a Christmas bead. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the silver bead at the end again. And from here, I'm going to get my pliers, I think they're needle nose pliers, I'm not sure, but they're jewelry making pliers, and I'm going to bend I either bend it towards me or away from me, then I adjust my pliers, and then bend it back, and adjust my pliers again, and then twist the wire around so that way it stays. I want it to twist it a couple of times. I'm going to tighten it a little bit, then twist it some more. And if you want to, once you get it twisted there, you can either cut it off or you can do what I'm about to do, and that is flatten this out. And you can also, if you decide to flatten it, you can also shorten it. You don't have to have it long. I kind of just go with whatever I'm working with because I don't like to waste my wire. So now I'm going to use my hammer and just hammer that down. Hope you can see that it's flattened there. And then from there, I just continue to twist it around whatever bead I'm working with and maneuver it to my liking, which is easier to use when you have flexible wire. Kind of going to push this up a little bit because I want it to just stay on the round bead. I don't want it to go to the other bead. So it's sticking out a little bit, and so I'm just going to use my pliers and twist it to the right angle. And there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to move my stuff aside, and this is just something I like to do. You don't have to do it this way. If I have fabric on there, I like to cut my fabric at an angle. And I usually do this at the end when I'm checking my length and everything. So I'm just going to go through all of the fabrics and the laces and cut them at an angle so they dangle really pretty. And to me, it gives it just a little bit more of a finished look. And it's completely optional, not required. I'm going to have to make some Halloween ones because I love Halloween, and that way I'll have them for next year.
But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't confusing. Sorry for the cutoff video. I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm kind of glad it did. That way you guys can get a different idea for themes and stuff. And this is just a way to use your scraps. You don't have to use a lot. You can just use your leftover fabric scraps, your leftover craft scraps, and it all turns out so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the last bottom parts off and show you guys the finished version. A little bit out of frame, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well. Bye.